Hi, my name is Cindy Rang.
I'm Brianna Motzkus, and today is our Sunday box opening.
Hey!
Hello!
Happy spring.
Yeah, it's nice. It's been a little chilly, so this weekend's supposed to be really nice.
But it's spring.
Though.
Yes. Yeah. I'm planning on doing some stuff outside.
Yeah.
So, hopefully it's nice weather where you are. And if you're new here, we are a mother-daughter duo. We have a quilt shop in Central Washington State. We've been here for 26 years, and we have our own pattern line. We have a retreat center. We do a lot of stuff on YouTube. We do classes and tutorials, and we do this. This is our box opening. So we do this twice a week, Sunday afternoons at 12:30 and Wednesday nights at 5 o'clock. And it's when we open the boxes so you can see what is brand new and just arriving in our quilt shop and maybe in quilt shops near you. If you do not have a local quilt shop, we would love to be yours. And you can find everything at fabricpatch.net. And there's kind of a little menu bar. And it'll say shop online. If you go down, it will say what's new.
Yeah.
And if you click there, then the newest things are kind of up near the top, so you don't have to search and try to remember what the name of the fabric line was. If you do have a local quilt shop, we consistently want to encourage you to shop local. So many quilt shops are closing, and maybe we can, as a group, kind of help them to survive. It's nice to have somebody to go in and talk about fabric, math, borders, backings, that sort of thing. So,
show and tells, all that.
Yes, yes. And so let's see, now that that's all out of the way, welcome to new people and welcome back. Those of you guys that have hung out for a while, those of you guys that have hung out for a while, usually what happens is we talk a lot. So if you're new here, fast forward until you see a box in our hands or a box cutter. I know we chat a lot, but I feel like it's like friends, you know, you just want to catch up, and
it's been a couple days.
We have ongoing conversations. And so Wednesday morning, I had told everybody about Pa and I's experience at Subway. They are still talking about that. People are still texting me and emailing me. And Chris Madewell, my brother from another mother from Alaska, said, well, he didn't understand why I didn't get that. It's just like Asian menus, that they're all numbered. And then everybody knows, you know, number 42 is the teriyaki chicken and number whatever.
But it is in order.
You are wrong.
There is a 41, there is a 40, there's a 39, there's a 38B.
Wisdom.
And a 38.
I have.
I understand the numbers.
I took a picture.
You know?
I did.
I never gone to Walmart.
I went into Walmart yesterday and I stopped. I walked in like some weird stalker, you know. And I'm standing there with my phone and everybody's looking at me. I said, I'm not taking a picture. I'm just taking a picture of your menu. Oh, well, can I help you? And I said, no. I'm just taking a picture of your menu.
Just plans for the weekend.
Plans for the weekend. So I have pictures.
Options.
Photographic evidence.
Because your menu is not online and I don't know how to order online. So we're just,
It seemed to... You're giving me that look like, all right, you do you, whatever.
You know, there's grandma's list.
You know, there's that. Get your grandma. Ow, 4.
She's trying to get a pretzel.
Yes. So because what happened was, if you didn't hear the story Wednesday morning and no, it wasn't date night. We were just in Wenatchee and we were hungry. And for whatever reason, we thought Subway sounded good. And I was so confused by the numbers that I had my panic moment with ordering and just said, I'll have what he had, which was terrible.
A meatball sub. It's
so bad. So my photographic evidence, first of all, we'll have Anna put this up for you. This is an Asian menu.
Right. Normal.
Numerical.
4A, 5A. Yeah.
It's not only 4, it's 4A. If you want it with chicken instead of shrimp or whatever. It's all numerical. Yeah. So you can go down and you understand where something is. Plus you're holding it in your hand. Subway.
I've not
heard that madness.
No way. 1 to 31 in a hot second. Then there's 2. Then 20, 16, 22, 21. Oh, heavens, no.
See? It's not just me. Now, I admit to being OCD. I am.
But that's just wrong.
So I cannot be the only person that stands there going, something is wrong. I have to put these in order. I can't even read. I don't even know what's happening here. Where is number 1? How am I supposed to read? 1, 2, 3. Wait, there's no 3. 4. Wait, there's no 4. I mean,
42
right?
from 10. 42. 4. I don't get it.
Right?
I kind of thought she was like exaggerating just a
No!
little bit.
I feel vindicated. See
What?
how right? But here's the other interesting thing is that I was sad because first it's like, well, I'll just have a tuna because I always have a tuna with massive pickles. Kelly eats hers that way too, by the way. And then I thought, okay, no, I'm just going to have my chicken bacon ranch. I couldn't find chicken bacon ranch. Well, if you really study it, chicken bacon ranch is there, but now they've called it elite chicken bacon ranch.
Why did you
Number
say
20.
that? When she asked what number, I say, I don't know. I can't.
I don't know. I can't read.
That's what I want.
I can't
though.
read it because I'm having a seizure.
I don't know why the numbers even matter.
Right.
When you get to choose whatever
Just
you want anyways.
get rid of the numbers because why are you doing that? Why are you writing 20 then 6?
Yeah, they might as well just change the name to, Sherman Williams. And then it happens to be the bacon and chicken. I mean, I don't know. Steak and eggs.
I know. What is that
if
number?
we're choosing
20.
Jersey numbers.
I know. Because can you see why I thought, was it Jersey numbers? Why
Yeah,
are you doing that?
So sporadic.
Right.
Like someone was in charge of redoing the menu and they just picked the favorite ones and just copy and pasted. Copy and pasted.
Because then I'm
Copy and
looking,
pasted.
is it alphabetical?
Oh, is it?
No.
Nope. There's a G down there and a T above it. Super weird. Super weird.
I don't understand it.
Honestly, I thought she was exaggerating just a little bit. But now I am totally. Let's go. Let's go hack Subway.
Thought too. I think that's what a couple people thought is that, oh, it's not that big.
So
We
is
always
it just
use numbers?
It's a question. Is it just our Subways?
Is it?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't get out much.
Tell us if your subways have gone crazy. I don't
get out much.
understand.
So
And I also think there are things to, be excited about, when somebody does something weird. And that's probably not high on the list. It's just that I was so surprised by it, that I wasn't prepared. And again, I was in line, I had people behind me and I couldn't organize my brain enough to look for what I wanted to eat because it was so...
Especially in a fast food setting.
Yeah.
I feel like quickly you have to decide what you want.
Yeah, because does McDonald's have numbers? I don't know because I don't ever eat McDonald's. Or do you just know that it's,
I'm sure,
your fish
well,
wish?
I'm sure they still have numbers.
Yeah, they might.
Now, if they're out of numerical order, I am not.
If this is a trend, man.
I'll ask Robert. But, because that's what it looks like for Subway. It looks like they copied and pasted from an old thing and then didn't care to change the numbers. You feel like it'd be pretty easy? I mean, I don't know. I feel like it'd be pretty easy.
I don't know. The funniest thing, really, and I don't want to offend anybody, but is having a millennial, try to count back change.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good.
I went to Starbucks to the window and
if they click in the wrong number,
right,
they assume you gave them 20, but it was actually
right, and my 22. Amount, right, because my amount was $12 and like 14 cents or something, and so I gave them 22 and 14 cents to get back a 10.
Right. Get a big bill.
And he must not have put that in there right. And then he gave me back, he didn't give me back change. And I said, oh, wait. You owe me a 10. And he looked at me and I said, no, I gave you 22.
Yeah.
You owe me a 10. And he goes, oh. And so he closes the window and you can tell he's looking at it, whatever. And then he gives me back $18. And I said, no.
Here, you need this.
No. I gave you 22 minus 12 leaves 10.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you this. And he just gave me like this dirty look like it was my fault. It's like, listen, buddy.
I mean, I could take your $8, but your 10 will be off and you will be in trouble for $8. A whole coffee.
I know. I
that happened to us.
They don't teach. They must not teach it in school anymore.
So they're doing, kindergarten math or second grade math, but they do weird like blocks and brackets. I don't get it. Because in my head, to do math in my head, I have to like see the numbers.
Yeah.
And I have to put them out there and then carry my whatevers. I have to like see the long equation in my head. Otherwise, I can't really do it. So it's funny that they're teaching them like dots and lines, you know, where you group your tens and you group your ones and then you figure out, I mean, it's super weird.
Well, and I feel like I kind of do add that way my ones and my tens.
But they don't show them the long equation. Granted, I guess we're only doing second grade math. I should have really talked to Eliza, but last time I saw she was doing her homework, she was working with graphs. Like, honey, that is no. Not doing
out. Well, I don't know why. I mean, I don't know. Maybe like things do need to change, but it seems like math doesn't change. You know, right?
Yeah.
Math doesn't change.
Because like
spelling doesn't change.
Common Core math. Eliza has tried talking to me. She's like, I have no idea what you were telling me. Like, can I just add those? And they have to show their work. So you have to show them in these weird pictures. So I don't know. I feel like when my kids are Eliza's age, I'm gonna have to go take a tutor lesson
class.
on how to help.
I
my
need
kids
to take
at home.
a 4th grade math
because I have no idea what you're teaching my child, and I'm teaching my child something and they're telling me it's wrong. So I don't know. And apparently, my work being shown is not the same as what they're supposed to show you. So I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
But it happened. We were at the Youth Outdoors fundraiser, and it was a cash bar, so we were paying for our drinks or whatever, and they had it wrong too. And I counted it back to them, of course, the way you're supposed to, and totally baffled. Yeah. One of the gals, I had to interrupt the other line because the other gal had to whip her phone out and do the calculator. And it was, I mean...
So whatever they're doing in the new math, it's not enough that they can count up or count back.
I don't know. Because it was... Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, granted, we did give them a big bill for just like 2 drinks, so I get we kind of sabotaged it. But
just count up to the 100. It's not a big deal.
Yeah,
count down when you're putting it in your hand. Count back up.
Yeah. So I don't know. And again, drinks were all solid numbers. They didn't, it wasn't, $12.14 or anything. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm glad I don't have to deal with it anymore. And you be worried and I'll just,
Yeah.
I'll make sure they do their homework at my house and they just come to play at Nana's.
Yes. I don't want to do that.
I remember counting beans.
To measure. We like to measure. We like to do, we like to cook and talk about 1 cup and half a cup and that kind
fractions.
of thing.
That's coming. I bet I'm 4th grade. We've got 2 years and they'll have fractions and we'll see how they teach
seems
fractions.
Like if they're doing new math, the other really good thing is that we were never taught in school the metric system. We were just told, I
wish they would teach that.
I wish they would teach that because I don't know why we're the holdouts. I guess that's fine, but it seems like we should still know how to do, I know that, I know the difference between a yard and a meter. I mean, we know all of that little stuff here, but I don't know the
centimeters to inches.
Yeah.
I have to Google it.
Yeah. Or find a ruler that has both on there. Right. So I think that if they were wanting to repurpose math and teach us something different, they need to add the metric system and they need to know that. Mm-hmm. Because, gosh, there's so many YouTube things and even all of those really good recipes. And that's what they're talking about. Oh, it's a, what's their measurement? It's not a cup.
A millimeter.
There's a liter and then there's something else. A gram. 3 grams. 200 grams.
Yeah.
400 grams. Is that a lot?
Yeah. Right.
Is that a weight or a memeasurement? Is that a, so that's what they should be teaching that. But, and speaking of that, oh my gosh, Helen, I can't think of your last name, from Australia, is coming to a retreat with us. I know, super excited. And
because everybody else knows how to do American math. They know the difference.
Bless your little heart.
I know. And here we are. Like, we don't know. We'll look it up.
We don't care about y'all.
I wish I knew. Because I do a lot of the early patterns of Jacqueline Jajang.
Yeah.
And hers are all in metric. And which I can figure that out. That's what I have the pattern. But if I didn't have the pattern, it would take me a hot minute.
We need to fix that.
I agree.
I just think we need to fix it. We need to not be holdouts.
Yeah.
Thinking everybody else was going to do it our way.
No, we're singled out.
It's just, we don't play well with others. We've learned our lesson. Yeah. Anyways, what was I going to say? Oh, so Helen. So I think last time we were talking, or 2 times ago, we were talking about Jen Kingwell's pattern.
Yeah.
And I was saying that one book that's so good because it has cooking recipes in it, and that we had this whole big long thing because she talks about a dessert spoon.
Yes.
A dessert spoon.
Yeah.
And then I said wrong again. Oh yeah, a dessert spoon is like our teaspoon. Well, Helen immediately goes on.
That's that.
No.
That's that.
No. It is our tablespoon or our soup spoon. Wait, oh gosh, I'm going to get it wrong again. So we have a teaspoon and a tablespoon.
Mm-hmm.
That's really all we have. They have a teaspoon and a dessert spoon and something else. Maybe it is a tablespoon. Anyway, their dessert spoon is large. Because that was what I was thinking. I thought, oh, that makes sense. That your dessert spoon would be like a
big old clump
a big,
yeah.
A
bigger
so anyway,
spoonful.
So if you were listening to me and if you bought that book and if you're making that,
Up that
I
little
was
bit.
wrong. Google it.
Google it.
Don't listen.
Google it. Yeah.
I know. So it's fun because, so Helen is coming to a retreat and then Elizabeth Worthington
Yeah.
is coming. She's going to be here in like 2 weeks. She's just coming to hang out.
Which is super cool.
And so she wants to eat American food. So
It's not that good. I mean, it depends where you are.
I guess it depends. It's kind of fun because we eat a lot of forbidden things. We eat things you're not supposed to eat.
Yeah, like red color, number 5.
Yeah, Funyuns.
Yeah. Red vines. Hot Twinkies.
To wink.
They will last for like 25 years.
We eat that. I won't feed any of them anything like that.
We don't
but
eat Twinkies.
Anyway.
I do eat red vines, but because unlike Twizzlers, those taste like plastic.
Twizzlers are, well, red vines are plastic also.
Well,
They
I mean,
just
they're
have some
soft
softening
plastic.
agents in them.
More bad things.
They're stistill alive in your tummy.
If I don't digest. Yeah.
Eat that stuff.
Okay.
Anyway, all right. So we apologize. See, it's been so long since we visited. I was home yesterday. We didn't get to chat at all, so we have to catch up. There's so many other things I still want to talk about, but I'm not gonna. So let's
Should I open the ones over there?
yeah, let's open some boxes finally.
See what's inside.
Poor Ginger, our friend from Phoenix, she wants to watch and visit with us, but she doesn't want to see the fabric because she doesn't need anymore. It's like, oh, I know. Somebody else was in the other day and said, well, how do you guys do it where you don't put things home? And I said, oh, usually we wait. And if there's some left over that I really, really wanted, then
There's a lot of willpower involved.
Oh,
Yeah.
we haven't had a kid.
And it looks like
for a
there's
while.
actually 2 collections in there.
Oh,
So cute. And then I have
little
some
flamingos.
And then I have some crosses too. So it looks like there's 2 small collections in here.
Oh, yeah, because that doesn't go with this.
No. So I think there's 2 small collections, but
Oh, very nice.
we will see. I'll take the plastic off
Oh, good.
and then we'll
Right.
go up close. This is fitting because we have some prayer chain requests.
We have some prayer chain requests.
So
Perfect timing. Okay,
All right.
well, this was like a super fun little box. So, because it's just 2 very small
Little,
lines.
yeah.
So we can just hold them up from
that's
up
great.
here.
So this one is Zoo Crew. So even though these are little, I will have them in their own categories just to make it easier for shopping. So if you are really looking for something specific.
Zoo Crew. Let's show the
panel first?
Panels first.
It is a soft book and a overall one.
It's adorable.
This one is 24 by 42.
You can see it.
Look how cute that is.
I know. Look at him. He's just making friends with. He's not gonna eat that bee.
No, he's making funny, silly faces
I
for sure.
know.
I love the toucan all dressed up.
I know.
Look how cute those little guys are.
That's adorable. That's really good.
Super
Really
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
And then there is a soft book. And then we also have a pattern called Panel Play. If you don't want to turn it into a soft book, you can just take these pages and just do your own thing. Just whatever this size is, just add some 4 patches.
Yeah.
And
So
makes
it's
it kind of fun.
counting and then also a story. So 3 giraffes, 8 leaves.
And the directions, if you're putting it together as a soft book, are down at the bottom.
Always at the bottom.
About how to layer your pages so that it makes sense, because that seems weird. This seems like some Subway stuff, right? Right? 3 then 8? No, we don't do it like that.
When you flip the pages,
No.
it goes right.
No.
Yeah, it's
The
Tim,
last page will be number 10.
Tim the toucan, Peter the panda, Carl the chameleon,
Carl.
Emma the elephant, Mike the monkey, Terry the tiger,
Aw,
Flo and Freya,
Freya.
the flamingos, Frank the frog and Charlie the cheetah.
That's
Yep.
pretty good. It's pretty cute.
Adorable. And then these are
I'll just hold these up for you.
The coordinated
coordinates.
pieces. So you have all of the animals just tossed every direction on a light blue background.
And they're fairly small. Do you see the size
Itty
of
bitty.
them? Yeah.
I mean, I think you
Cute.
could do a 3-inch border of this and still have full people. The tossed
Foliage.
leaves on a light blue.
Green and light blue and a little bit of teal. Kind of the the same colors.
Yeah.
Looks great. And this one
This one is cute. Now this one is directional, but it's already kind of like patchworked.
Mm-hmm.
So a great back, a great center,
Just so
a great piece to
cute.
put a piece of minky
Just some
on.
flowers.
Yeah.
That's just a fun piece.
Just a fun floor quilt if you have someone little who's needing some tummy time. What fun to look at this and try to catch or crawl to or whatever you need to do. So those are it. So the 2 panels and these 3 pieces. And again,
Tiny.
if you go to the color wall section and pick a pink or an orange or a blue, just put in your notes and say, hey, I want it to match with the panel, and we'll make sure it's the right color. But then we'll know you want a half yard of it, and then just make the changes happen and get that package out to you as soon as we can. If we have to call you, it delays your package maybe a day or 2 between phone tags and all that jazz, but we can do that.
And then
this one is Love Never Fails. So again, this is a panel with 3 coordinates, and we actually did get 3 blender pieces to go with it, so you don't have to go hunting.
there isn't often, I don't know why they don't do a lot of
Religious
stuff. Whenever we see it, we always order it, but gosh, it's funny that you just don't see very much of it.
And they're
so
all,
just some nice blocks.
verses. Kind of a dark teal, a light blue, and a beautiful gold. Raising arrows from Psalms 127. Love Never Fails, 1 Corinthians 13:8.
Isaiah 61.
Beautiful. Psalms 91:20.
20.
Beautiful.
Really, really nice.
Yeah.
Really nice. And then just a few pieces that go with it. So this one, just some, I'm going to let you hold it. You're way stronger than me. I will point.
It's kind of a cream background with that dark kind of mallard teal and light blue.
Beautiful.
And peace, believe, pray, God, forgiveness, community, shelter you with his wings. Faith can move mountains.
Holy, glory, humility, eternal.
And every
unity.
direction.
Yeah.
So it really could be the lining of your Bible study bag. You really could
A bag.
put it inside. Mm-hmm.
And then this one is similar, but this one has some of the images from the panel.
Yeah. So a dark, like charcoal background.
And it's got the crucifixes, the bee, the sunflower.
Yeah, the sparrow. Different words. It says, give God the glory, love, raising arrows, Holy Spirit, miracle, amen, redemption, humility.
Yeah, beautiful. So beautiful. And then
on the light blue background, crosses in different shades of blue, teal, some with white roses on them. Beautiful piece. Beautiful.
It's in time for Easter. You're going to have to get it pretty quickly. Do something if you're doing like a table run or something. And then all of these colors, and this might seem like a fairly bright yellow
but
in the picture, but it's the right color. It's the colors that they put with this collection. So there's the light blue, that darker kind of teal, and then that golden color. And this is in that, is it called canvas?
Melange.
Yeah. So it's a
tiny texture.
It almost looks like a woven.
Yeah.
Kind of what it looks like.
So these 6 pieces and the panel will be in their own collection. So you can get what you want of that. And the panel does have a line. So it's not a continuous yard. So each panel will give you 8 blocks.
All right. Okay, so we're going to move all of these out of the way, and then is it Moda boxes?
Yeah.
Before we go on for just a second, we had a couple of prayer requests, and we always really like that. We think that we are a family.
Yeah.
You know, there's a group of us and a community of us, and we've always got each other's backs, and it really is nice. And it's always scary, you know, when we hear what's going on with people and we add them to the prayer request. It's wonderful when we hear back that all is well. So we try to keep you guys posted. We'll get an update on Tracy's sister-in-law. I know that things are going okay at the moment, so we're encouraging you to continue to pray for her. Billy, her sister-in-law, as she goes through what she's going through. But we have a couple of others. One is Kathy Thibodeau. She is one of our viewers, and her grandson, Joseph, from Texas, was life-flighted and is current from a really horrific asthma attack.
Ooh,
Young boy, and he's currently on a ventilator. They're trying to just let his lungs kind of take a break, and while they figure out what's going on with him and how to treat him. So she's asking for prayer requests for him, and again, that's Joseph from Texas. Kathy's Karen's grandson, and then it was Jan's uncle.
Jen Oates. Yeah. This earlier this week we sent she ordered to do a really quick quilt for him for a recovery quilt. He had a really bad fall and broke his hip. She said she sent me that her uncle's name is Wayne Friend. He is truly one of the kindest, most generous men she knows. He worked in the World Trade Center for his whole career. He overslept and was late to work on
Oh gosh, that gives me chills.
I know. Almost everyone in his company had died that day. Immediately after, he retired then, moved away from the city, and he had lived and worked for over 40 years. And he decided to leave. So close to family, but she is sending him a little comfort quilt to get him through recovery really quickly and get that. So she's just hoping for prayers for a quick recovery, good physical therapy, and that he's back up on his feet and moving. And
our third person is Millie. Our Millie Road Armor, our local gal, and our little pincushion pattern Millie is her.
Inspiration.
We did Pincushion Club here the first Saturday of the month every year for 5 years. We did over 60 pincushions, and Millie brought warm chocolate chip cookies to every single one.
She still brings us cookies.
Cookies.
Yep.
Yes, and Millie had a knee replacement on Tuesday.
A much needed one.
Much needed. Yeah. She had been suffering for a while. And anyway, now finally got that done. She is home, recovering, swollen. So if we can just add her to your prayer chain. So that's a lot of requests, but,
you guys are powerful. So
we know you guys got it. Yeah.
So recoveries and
Yes. And
nothing. Boy to be up on his feet and good.
All right. Now, I said Mona, but I think it's Northcott.
It's actually,
sorry.
And Lizzie left. She's like, iron them out.
Lizzie is our golden, who comes in. Her job here is PR. And when it comes to boxes, absolutely not.
Not associated.
These are beautiful. Wow.
Look at these. It makes me think of Tula's moths. Her Deja Vu collection kind of gives you that kind of edgy lunar moth feel.
All right, and you collage people this. Perfect.
And look
butterflies.
at these pretty colors. Gorgeous.
All right, we're gonna. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm gonna open some, and then I also have. I think pre-cut boxes, which is cool. So we're gonna get plastic off. It looks like there is some sort of a panel happening. So we'll get the plastic off, see what's in the panel, and show you up close.
Okay, as usual, like an hour or 2 hours has gone by.
And now there are people in the store. So we're gonna get this ball all rolling.
And we just found out that Jordan was doing something goofy behind us before. Hopefully that got cut out, but it probably didn't.
It's kids and cameras, man. You're never too old.
Yeah. I can't remember somebody who said once about Jordan being shy. It's like, huh?
No, not that one. Nope.
No, not at all. He was game for whatever.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is called Nightshade.
Beautiful. This is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, a couple of things.
There are actually 2 panels. Yes. One is running yardage, so you'll see it in a hot minute. But
let's show this one first, because I think we have to hold it all up, because we'll cut it individually, but if you asked for 2, you would get them in a row, because there's no line. We talk about that a lot, because sometimes when you get a panel, like this. So the panel would be this size, right? Which is 24 across, which is going to give you 6.
But if you wanted to do 2 or 3 to do a whole cloth quilt, we won't cut it. You'll just have 2 panels and then we'll chop it.
Yeah.
So you would now have a 48 by 42 inch piece.
Yeah.
And you'll only be able to do it in full increments. So if you want 1.5, you will have 3 blocks, do whatever you want to at home.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how to math that out correctly if you all get halves.
Yeah.
What's really cool is there is a pattern that they wrote for it. It takes 1 panel for whatever size. So there are 3 different sizes. You'll notice it's really cool. So you make the small size, which is 38 by 49, just a beautiful little crib size. If you want to bump it up to the 50 by 64, she's added sashing to make it a little bit bigger. And then the large size, which is 64 by 78, she has done sashing with extra borders. So again, it's the same base, just depending on if you add sashing or add borders, it makes your quilt larger. So I really like that because that's what Mom and I always say. If someone has, well, these are the blocks I have, I really don't want to make more blocks, or I really don't have enough fabric to make it bigger. That's all you do. 1, put it on point, or if all that math is scary, just put sashing in it. And that will make your blocks bigger also, and then adding more borders. So I really like this because this is kind of the technique we talk about all the time, is to make it bigger, just add some bits. But what's really nice is 1 panel regardless of the size. So that's nice.
And also 10-inch squares.
Beautiful.
Really nice.
Or 5-inch squares.
And then there's one other panel, and I wish you could feel this. This is canvas. Really, really nice. Super heavy. You don't have to put any kind of interfacing or lining to make this tote bag. Yes. And so what's really nice is they give you the directions, and you can see that they do have you do that boxed bottom so that it has that, 4-inch depth with the bag. And then that's your pocket. And it has
and what I love best about Northcott's tote panels is they mark. So here's your fold, and that's where you're going to do your box bottom. They have all those registration marks on your panel already. You don't have to do any pre-marking. And then the full instructions so that you could recreate it with something at home.
And you could line it if you wanted to, but they make it in a weight that you don't have to. If you just want to make it as a shopping bag when you take to the grocery store, then it's perfect. You don't have to do anything else to it. All right, and then we'll look at this up close. This is beautiful. We have it now. One of the things happened before. We have somebody in the store, Valita, from Spokane. You will have met her work on a placemat opening. But anyway, she brought in, we'll insert the picture. She brought in show and tell of all butterflies. Yeah. Perfect timing. So anyway, more butterflies. But if you love them, you love them. I love them.
And I love that these are a little edgy.
I know. These are beautiful.
And you got some moths mixed in there.
Yeah. So here's the one on white background. Yeah, there's some little moths. I feel like it's almost mostly moths.
Yeah.
Well, it's also possibly just, clearly, this is just artist's rendition.
Yes.
So
that's a moth, but that's a butterfly.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. It doesn't have to be,
right,
correct in the insect world. Right. It doesn't matter to me.
It doesn't matter to me.
I mean, look how cool that bug is.
I know.
I might be afraid if it actually landed on me, but from this point of view.
Same thing on black, and then this is so rich. I love this piece. Really, really.
And it would look really good with just a solid black. You don't have to get crazy with your textures or anything. And the color today is coming through absolutely perfect.
Wow. And look at that green.
I just must not like the red tones, but beautiful.
It's really, really pretty. And then look at the border piece. Oh my gosh.
And so, unfortunately, as you guys are Googling all of these are only 8-yard bolts. So it is something that you might have to quickly decide.
In a hurry.
If you are watching it later and things are missing, it's because they're already sold out. Very sorry.
That is beautiful. Beautiful.
It really is.
And then just a nice little toss, just very sweet. And look at the colors again, with the others. Just really pretty with those purples and greens and pinks. Here's another toss, kind of more concentrating on the blossoms and some of the leaves. And look at this one. I just feel like I don't have a favorite. Oh, And that one is directional, but so, you know.
Oops, sorry. Yeah, it really doesn't matter.
Mm-mm. Beautiful. And, here's
And the
another
scale
one.
is different. These are quite large compared to the other ones.
Oh, yeah. And then look at this one. A little bit more dense, but so it's got, if you wanted a few scattered butterflies and moths in with all of the flowers and the leaves, that's super beautiful. And then look at this one. I love that one. I know. And this is the whole collection. We got all of it. There isn't any other missing pieces. And again, like Brianna mentioned before, if you wanted this and you wanted a perfect pink, pick the one that you think and put it in the notes and say, hey, did I get the right one? I wanted to make sure and get 1.5 yards or whatever you wanted. And then we'll double check for you and make sure that it's the right shade of pink. I kind of like that Northcott does fairly small collections, so you don't have to go crazy and what am I going to do with 20 pieces, you know?
Yeah, it helps. I mean, me for sure with my indecision.
Mm-hmm.
This is it. And I either like it all or,
Yeah.
you know, the one favorite one, it's easy to choose. But
And I think that's also why Donna Roberts, why their patterns, the 3-yard quilts, Fabric Cafe, why they are so popular. Because then it's like, oh, I can't decide. I just need to get my 3 favorites,
yes,
1 yard or 2 yards of each, and I can sew it up and, you know.
life's good.
Yeah, life is
I
good.
agree. And it's easy also to be able to use your stash too. If you know, oh my gosh, this is my favorite piece. I'm going to get 1 yard of this. And I know,
Pre-cut.
Get a pre-cut. And I know green and purple is my color and I can find it in my stash. Because I feel like I could coordinate this entire collection in my sewing room.
I know.
If I'm going to is a whole other thing. But, because I do like the option of having all of this in a kit and I'm ready to go. I don't have to go hunting if I don't have to. Because if I go to the quilt shop, I will buy more than what I need. Because 'tis my problem.
We all have the same problem you guys have.
Yeah, we do. It is. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
We're going to clean this up and then we have a couple of small boxes.
Yeah.
We'll see
I have
what's
a
in
tiny
there.
little box. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
3, 4.
So there are 3 just little boxes. I don't know if they go together, so we might be surprised. But
P&B.
they might. I have this tiny little freezer
Right
now.
now.
Wow, 6 days.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Do you guys recognize this?
You know what this is?
The one piece of fabric she bought during QuiltCon.
What's that?
Was
So how did I not order that? How did I not order that? All right, we're going to take all the plastic off and see what else is in there. We'll be right back. All right, so, whoa, beautiful, beautiful. Now,
Yes.
I am just going to say, and we say this all the time, sometimes you guys listen to us and sometimes you guys don't, but there's a magical piece.
this will
Here.
will
Sell out, I'm going to guess 10 minutes.
Oh, it's pretty fast.
Because there's 2
It's
things
cool.
that we cannot keep in the store. One is dragonflies.
Yeah.
And the other one is hummingbirds.
Yeah. And this is
So cute.
hummingbird bouquet.
I feel like this is another one that we should hold up. But wait, before we do this, let's make you wait just a little bit longer.
There we go.
Sorry.
And they know where to find it.
But the other thing that was in the boxes was like weird things.
stuff.
So this was weird. And this one, there's, this is called a multi-pack.
Yes, it's
So
collections.
we
I have
have-
seen these in other shops.
Have we had these before?
I don't think I have, because they also have them on like Tula sets.
Oh, you
too.
get, oh.
You get a variety, which is
I would
kind
totally
of cool.
buy this in the store.
Yeah. So these happen to be Tim Holtz versions. So his eclectic elements, it's just kind of his main thing. But if you like the colored version of Tim Holtz, when he found the paintbrush and did his beautifulness, I still have some coordinating prints from like the top roll that if you wanted to get a focus
And we
piece or
have a
border,
bunch of those that kind of look like lightning. What's
Yeah.
that called?
I don't remember what that one's called.
Maybe we can get
Yeah.
Anna to put it across
I
the
have it.
bottom. Because we got that in all of the colors. I don't know that we have all of the colors left, but we have a lot of them.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
Because they call this one, yours is called multi.
Multi.
And so they're 2.5-inch strips. And then this one is the neutrals. And I wish I knew.
Super beautiful.
1, 2, 3, 4. Does it say? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Oh my gosh.
Looks like there's 22. So it looks like it's a mini roll of them. But you're getting like 4 strips of each color. So if you want to do a Jelly Roll Bargello, You could easily do that with one of these. And it's also just really good texture. If you want to make a log cabin, you can make log cabin blocks that really look the same instead of super scrappy if you struggle with the scrappy part. But I think
If you just want to decorate your sewing room with something really cute.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be my...
It's cool.
This is
cool.
super, super pretty.
This would be a great one
and
to
unfortunately, we only
Hollywood
have
with.
3 of each.
Yeah. 3 neutrals, 3 multi. I love the multi.
Super
But
sorry
me and
about
color, you know.
And
really
this is
good,
why I
the
can't take
Hollywood
one
quilt,
home.
too.
There's only 3.
Well, they're cool. If you like them, we can order them more often. I know Tula has one out now that is.
I feel like I would totally get these.
That I think it's all her basics. So I think you get the dots, the strips, and maybe like her fairy dust one.
Huh.
That's cool. I saw it in the Bernina shop in Arizona. I liked it.
The other thing that was in a weird random box was this one.
Some
And
P&B fat quarters.
P&B fat quarters, and it's called Whimsical what?
Tiny Wonders.
It
It is
Tiny
wonderful.
Wonders. But it is fat quarters and a panel.
Here.
I feel like we should tear that apart.
I'm going to open it. I'll make it pretty for whoever gets it. I mean, it'll definitely look touched, but I promise it was only...
And I think that box has been pushed to the back for a while. What, did we already get this fabric or?
Yeah, I don't know. So here's fat quarters. Because I feel like I recognize some of these pieces.
I think we've had this before.
I think we've had
I think
this.
it's been, we've had this
I think
before.
some of it's sitting like right over there.
We've had this before. I don't think we have the panel anymore though.
No. So if I have the collection, I'll move it to the What's New for You if we have Tiny Wonders.
Oh.
That is awesome. So I have 3 or 4. It's the fat quarters and this beauty. Yeah, we totally had this before. The fat quarters came in way late. So it looks like it's 14 fat quarters and a panel. Beautiful.
Really, really cute.
Super pretty. So Tiny Wonders, if I have more of yardage, I will put this and Tiny Wonders together in the What's New. I'm quite positive there's no panels left, but some of these, I mean, look at this. I feel like I just saw this one.
Oh, maybe.
Look at that one.
Oh, maybe.
So,
we might have that and that.
maybe. So I feel like there might be a few pieces. So I'll put it in the What's New so you can get your bundle if you're quick enough.
It's like finding something really special in the freezer.
I know.
And going, what?
Can't believe it.
We still have cookie dough.
Yeah. I was going to say, stash cookie dough, stash frozen chocolates. Yeah. Okay, I'll make that pretty for whoever.
Random
gets
little
that one.
box. All right. Well, a couple of random little boxes.
Okay.
And so then for the rest of you,
Hummingbirds. It is this beautiful
this is the
panel.
panel. There's
and
a
5
line.
pieces. Yeah. Oh, come this way a little bit. Okay. So they're kind of a rectangle size. I feel like they're like placemat size.
Yeah.
12 by 18-ish. So it is a yard panel. It's 36 by 42. They are so pretty.
So beautiful.
You can easily
it's like frameable.
Mm-hmm.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
these are ones you should starch to the wall.
Yeah, absolutely. In Brianna's office, she has a panel that's starched to the wall. And if you don't know what we mean by that, you just take that, cheap spray starch, have somebody kind of hold it, and you spray it until it's like dripping. Well, you spray it first, and then it'll kind of stick because it's wet fabric,
Trying to get it saturated.
Saturated, and then just keep spraying it. And if it's dripping, just have a wet sponge with you and just wipe it off because it's just, potato starch.
Yeah.
And then it'll stick to the wall. And then when you don't want it to be on the wall anymore, peel it off,
Take it off.
wipe off the wall, watch the fabric or not, just sew it up. And anyway.
And the panel I have, it's just a funny size that there's not a frame for it. So I couldn't just go to Walmart and buy a $6 frame. So it's, stuck to the wall.
Stuck to the wall.
Until I decided to peel it off.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, let's just hold these up.
So tossed hummingbirds on a beautiful marbly sky.
Beautiful.
Background.
Is she going to be able to zoom in to that?
Yeah, I think they can see it.
It's so
You have to keep
pretty.
in mind, they're probably watching on a 30-inch screen.
Oh,
No.
yeah, that's what you
We have a
Can
little
you
2x3. That's why sometimes you think, well, Brianna back
Beautiful.
up. It's because my screen is this big.
Oh, yeah.
I forget your guys' is so much bigger. This looks like feathers to me.
Ooh, it looks super red in the,
Does it?
yeah.
It looks just as good as your panel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's 5 pieces that almost seem random, but they're not random. They're all very artsy and they all go with your, gosh, that's beautiful. And it's so much prettier in person. It almost looks like it could be birds or angel wings or,
Yes.
it's beautiful.
This piece is going to go super fast too.
Mhm.
sunflowers on a like a sky blue background.
Really, 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 really pretty.
And those are probably like
And
2.5 inch square.
The piece that I paid $15.99 for because I had to have it.
It's just this meadow
Phoenix.
and California poppies, and
It's beautiful.
Yeah, super pretty.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it was the day for little mini collections.
Gosh, yeah. Oh, yeah,
Which is
because
good.
we have 4 collections, right?
Yeah,
Or
so we've
4?
got the hummingbirds, we've got the kids, which is like the zoo crew, just a couple pieces. The
Rise and Shine.
Love Never Fails,
Love
the
Never Fails.
Christian one, and the nightshade, the butterflies, the dark
Nightshade.
butterflies,
So
which is the
4
largest.
different collections, all small,
Yeah,
and
way too pretty.
some fun stuff. No notions today.
No notions.
Something weird is happening with my hair. I
Because you
apologize.
keep touching it.
Something's happening.
It's
I know, I touch it all the time. And then the other thing that happened in the midst of while we were opening is the our mail gal brought in another
ton of
stack.
packages.
Maybe we can put it in a picture. You guys are like
Placemats,
awesome with the
dude.
placemats. So if you don't know, we are opening them twice a week now for our little show and tell.
Tuesdays at 10 and Fridays at 10.
Yeah, so we'll film another one. We're still behind. So if you haven't yet seen yours opened, it's here.
Yeah.
I'm certain that it's here. And if you're worried about it, email us and we'll look and say, oh, yeah, we just opened
Positive
one or
it's
whatever.
here.
Because
We're just
we've got them out of
behind.
order because we've moved them a couple times.
They keep getting, we have a bookcase that they sit in, and
Yeah.
then we move some to be ready to be filmed next.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So we'll open some more
we get
and
transitioned.
yeah, we get it totally out of order. But there was one that came certified. We should open that one because she said that there was something in
That
there
one?
for
Let
the
me grab it. I have it right here.
she said there was something in there for the zoo.
For the pre-K class, I think your
For the pre-K class. Oh,
yeah.
a postcard.
probably, yeah.
Oh, let's
for them.
open this one.
So this one is from Cynthia from Michigan.
Oh, good. I have a little postcard.
And there's a
Oh, good.
Oh, fun!
So our pre-kindergarten class, they
Our
are
kinder prep.
kinder prep. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Is getting. They're asking for postcards from all over. So here's
Yeah.
a nice little Michigan, and
Which is
that's
super
perfect
fun.
because it has all the information about the state.
Yeah,
They're
which is
learning
really cool.
geography.
Yeah,
So
it's cool.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get that to them.
very good.
And then it just says, to the fabric patch, appreciate all you do. Looking forward to meeting you all this summer.
Oh, perfect.
Beautiful.
Isn't that nice?
Awesome.
Really nice.
So, yeah, so
Couple
we
of mug rugs.
are doing mug rugs, and placemats for the nursing home. And
For the
it's
nursing
super
home.
fun.
Yeah, and so it's really fun to do just the little box openings because Karen Weeder was another one who emailed and said, gosh, that they'd been in a little bit of a sewing slump, but going in the sewing room, looking through old stuff and sewing them into placemats has gotten her totally out of her slump, got her room kind of cleaned up. And
That's good.
a lot of people have said that. It's like, oh, I just don't know what to sew. Oh, I'll put together a couple placemats.
Yeah.
And then
And
before
then
you
you
know
just scraps. You have
Yeah.
zero commitment.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even have to, you
just
don't even have to like
leftover
it.
bits.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so either mug rugs for all of their activities or the placemats. And they probably have far more than they need now,
Yes.
but they are loving them. And
Yeah.
we've talked about it and all of the other openings that, they're taking them to their rooms. They're putting them on walls.
Yes. They have made a weekly activity
Yes.
of them doing their own box opening.
Yes.
And
Reading the cards.
I told them they needed to do little raffle tickets. So at
Yeah.
the end of it, you can draw.
Who gets to pick first?
And, Beth can come up first. And then, it's Roger's turn.
Yeah.
But do
Yeah.
a trade in, trade out, a little library of
Yeah.
placemats. Really fun.
It's pretty nice. There's 42 residents, and it's a nonprofit facility, and they just really, really good staff and super sweet residents, and so
Yeah.
they're really loving it, and they love looking at the cards and where they're all coming from, and
I think
and
it's
they've
very
been
cool.
watching. They probably won't watch a box opening, so they won't see this, but they've been
They watch
watching.
the placemat opening.
Yeah. So
And then we do have some show and tell from Brittany. She did come out and
Oh,
show
right,
it to
right,
us, but they're bigger and you need to see a little more. So we might go out towards her area and we'll do a quick little show and tell before we leave. All right.
all right. Thanks, you guys.
Bye. All right.
Okay, so we have Brittany's, but first, Denise brought one
brought it.
also. So this is super cute. And she said this was what? It was
It's
a couple of different...
yeah, so she used 4 charm packs. These are just pre-cut 5-inch squares, and 2 jelly rolls. And so these are all mixed white on whites.
So do you guys see the block? I don't know what the pattern is, but here's the block, and then she just turned the next one, next one.
So queen size.
If we can ask her what the block is, maybe Anna can type it in there for you, what the pattern name
and
is.
then she said she doesn't think she's going to put a border on it. She thinks she's just going to bind it in something red and get it on that machine.
She makes humongous clothes.
They do. They only make big ones. So this one is Stars and Stripes. It's
Cute.
so cute. I have this fabric at home.
Panel is no longer available.
No, you just have to have this. It's quite a bit older. I think it'd be hard to find. And it's so cute. I mean, I couldn't see anybody having anything left of it.
And the Stars and Stripes, so this is our pattern, and you can see on the back. So what you can do is you can do 5 different fabrics that are just, 2/3 of a yard each?
Yeah.
Or you can use a jelly roll if you want it to be a little bit more scrappy.
Cute.
But really, and who's that one for? Aurora?
A camper quilt
A
for
camper
Aurora.
quilt.
Yes, of course, has to be Minky on the back.
Of course.
That's fantastic.
Once you start with Minky on the back, you cannot do anything else.
No. And when you have children with the names Aurora and Orion, you're always going to do well with celestial quilts.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this one.
I know what it is out.
This one is flower boxed.
Fuss bucket.
Fuss bucket. Sorry.
Fuss
I keep saying it's
bucket.
flower box.
So it's this one. So it's just
So cute.
offset.
And this is an older Robbins Pickens collection. So we don't have any of it at the store, in the store, but you can see it. And I love the double, she has 2 sides are the blue and 2 sides are the pink.
Yeah. And I
love the
didn't
border.
fussy cut any of these. I just whacked it all up. And
Some of them are just perfect.
yeah.
Well, they're all perfect.
And Brittany was saying she did the 2-tone border because she didn't have enough of one of them. So she decided to split the difference.
Because you said it was all fat quarters.
Super smart.
I think I had like half-yard cuts
Or
because I
something.
think Eliza had picked it out and wanted to do a stash buster. And I decided to do something different with it.
It's adorable.
Really, really pretty.
Adorable. And again, she did the same thing, like the pattern we saw to make the quilt bigger. She just added stashing. So, again, if you don't have as much fabric as you thought you did, or whatever, just put some stashing in there and it'll make it a little bigger.
I love
Organza.
this one.
This
and
one's
we,
really
we
nice.
do still have this fabric, some of it, right?
Ooh, little bits of it. Yeah. I don't know how
Oh,
much.
you're the top, Brianna.
I'm top.
Yeah. Oh, yep.
I love this. Now, is this the one that was Tula's?
This is her tattoo artist. Yeah.
Her tattoo artist. Yeah. Oh, I just love it.
This is so cool.
I love.
And this one is Hope Floats.
Yes. Oh yeah.
See, look how cool it is. Even with something really big, bold prints, I think it really does
Yeah.
look cool too.
I agree.
I think it is.
That's humongous.
It's
It is.
enormous.
Queen size camper quilt. Very
Well, it'll
Lizzie.
keep you
I
warm.
love it.
It'll keep you warm.
So that is, and it's just always fun to see if you look at like the front of the pattern and people will say something, oh yeah, but I don't like blue. I don't want to make it. If it's fun to see as a
We can do all
different
sorts of
colorway.
things.
Yeah.
And to compliment that one, because
This was leftovers?
this was leftovers.
Oh, good.
And I wanted to just use it up. Because,
This is such a
nothing but
fast
time.
pattern. It's basically just a humongous log cabin block.
Yeah, this
Yes.
is timber.
and it goes together
How
so
cool that
fast.
one is.
That is beautiful.
I really
That
like it.
is beautiful.
I love the big chunky raccoon.
Mhm.
I have to say that big plump one is my favorite.
I think
Wow.
that the mushrooms are my favorite. But
Yeah.
every time I look at it, it's like, oh, I don't know that I like the ants. And then the next time it's like, oh, well, I think I like the ants.
That's really cool.
And that's another one that if you look at the picture on the pattern, it's like, eh. And so you can see that, it could just be a square,
Yeah.
but if you had some like really cool directional piece and you just wanted to put a top and a bottom to make it like bed size, it works out.
And it's
really
just a
well.
log cabin versus color. So instead of doing
Yeah.
light, medium, dark, you just orange one side and blue or
Yeah.
gray the other side. And then
Or
there's
mix
the
it all up.
option for a top border in case you want a rectangle quilt instead of a square quilt.
Right.
Yeah.
Cute.
So
Nice job.
Thanks.
That was fun.
Awesome.
Super fun.
Thanks, Brittany.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at fabricpatch.net.